how did you get into acting? How did that come about?
So I was at my studio that I was competing with, and some of my friends
In Florida.
This was actually in Atlanta.
Oh,
so
in
I
Atlanta.
switched. Yeah, when I lived in Atlanta, I had a studio there that I was
What
competing
studio
with.
was this?
The studio was called Rhythm Dance Center.
Great.
Okay, it took me a second. I was like, oh my gosh, it's been
It's
so
okay.
many years.
I know
Like,
I feel
where
like
did I dance?
we're dancers, so I'd be like, oh, I heard of that school. You know how it is in the competitive dancing.
Exactly. But some of my friends were like doing commercials there, and I think I just said to my mom, I was like, I want to do that, and she was like, oh, no, and I was like, no, I actually want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I became like really serious about it. I was I want to get in this industry.
That's so cool.
I was like, I want to do an acting class. Like, please let me take an acting class. And my mom was like, I don't know. Are you sure? Like, this seems like really like a scary
I'm sure.
environment.
It would be, imagine I have to put myself in my parents' shoes now.
Exactly.
It could be a scary thing, but I'm so grateful that they were able to somewhat get past those fears, right?
Oh yeah.
And now you are where you are now.
So grateful. My parents were definitely nervous, but I was persistent. I was like, I begged and begged every day. I was like, please let me take an acting class, please. And finally, my mom was like, okay, it feels like you really are passionate about this.
Good.
And I was like, yeah.
We love Mom for supporting.
Love Mom.
The child's dreams.
Shout out to
And
Mom.
Dad, yes.
And Dad, yes.
Shout out to
Mom and
Dad,
Dad. And I met with an agent in Atlanta and kind of just took off from there.
Beautiful.
I still love dance.
Yeah. You're always, I just feel like whether it's singing, acting, dancing, it all combines, it all comes together. It's all rooted in just this really big need to express ourselves, and we're so lucky to get to do it. You touched on something that I really think it's important to talk about, especially just like with younger generations watching this. We talked about anxiety. So like mental health is a big thing that I'm an advocate for, and I myself have struggled with depression. I've struggled with anxiety. I am a big proponent of therapy, and we kind of talked about that earlier. So talk to me a little bit about your anxiety journey, and kind of more than that, I want to know what helps you. Like meditation's a big thing for me.
You know, it is something that I feel really strongly about, and I'm so happy that I get to talk about it because truly I feel like...
Thank you for being open to talking about it.
Of course. I feel like it's, I don't know, especially at my age with this generation, I feel like it's something that I want to continue to talk about and make people feel less alone. And that's like so important to me.
When was the first time that you were like, oh my God, I feel this is anxiety. This is what it is for you?
I mean, I feel like I've always struggled with it, but of course when you're young, you don't know what it is. Probably when I was possibly 10, 11, 12, that kind of age, really coming into
I totally
teenage
felt
years.
that too. I totally felt like now as an adult, I can put a name to it.
Yes.
Before it's just a feeling. Now it's like, now I can pinpoint what it is. But what helps you?
Yeah, I mean, I was struggling with anxiety and still do, and I definitely don't claim to know anything.
You kind of learn how to manage it.
Exactly.
It kind of becomes a part of your life, and then you build the tools around it to help you.
Exactly.
So like, for me, meditation is great.
Yeah.
I do a lot of yoga, and I journal a lot. What are your things?
Journaling, for me, something that I feel like I love to do at home, and this is just kind of when I'm feeling extremely anxious or not, something that helps me feel very calm and happy is I love singing and songwriting and playing guitar. Has been my...
I'm sure that's such a great release.
That is like I just started learning guitar like 3 months ago, and it has become so like special to me, and I could just go in my room and like play guitar for hours.
You like lose yourself. It's your escape.
I do.
Beautiful.
I love it. Songwriting, I feel like is a really good way for me to kind of... I'm not the best at journaling, and I'm not sure why. But songwriting, I feel like, is my way to really like express myself.
And it's a lot of like your personal truths in there, or do you feel like you kind of just write whatever you're
very personal
inspired?
writing.
I love that. I'm a very like lyrical girl.
Yeah, I love music. I love
too.
listening to music. I love finding a song that I feel like I connect with and love, and like listening to music. But I mean, look, mental health is like so important to me, and talking about it is so important to me, and I have struggled with anxiety and have battled in eating disorder as well, and those are just things that I feel like people can feel like when they're struggling with it, they feel so alone.
They're so alone.
So
and then
alone.
they don't think like people like us that are on TV and
Exactly.
are successful that we don't deal with it, but it's something that needs to be destigmatized.
Yep.
And just
for sure.
we need to raise more awareness.